In this video I'm going to show you how to solve a rational equation, and the method that we're going to use is very similar in spirit to the way that we simplify rational expressions. So let's call it clearing the fractions. So what makes this equation a rational equation is the presence of a variable in the denominator of some rational expression. So the idea behind the method is once we can get rid of the denominator, then we don't have a rational equation, we have some other equation that we hopefully can solve. So how do we clear the fractions? Again, it's the same as when we work with rational expressions. We find the least common multiple of all the denominators involved. In this case we have 3 denominators involved, and we want to find the least common multiple of all 3 of them. And in order for me to find the least common multiple of this trinomial, I need to factor it. So if I can factor it in a couple seconds, I'm gonna go ahead and try. However, if I cannot factor it in a couple seconds, I would have used the quadratic formula then. Here we can easily factor it, and we see that the least common multiple of these 3 denominators is this product. So that means to clear the fractions, I'm going to take both sides of this equation and I'm going to multiply it by that product that we just found. On the left side of the equation, we have to distribute this to both sides, or to both terms. So I'm going to write that explicitly to make sure that we don't make any mistakes when simplifying. And on the right side, we just have a simple product of a rational expression with a polynomial, which we can arrange this way. And again, now you see why the method is called clearing the fractions. Once we multiply and distribute the least common multiple of all the denominators, now every denominator has something in the numerator to be matched with and therefore cancel. So now let's see what's left. On the left side we have 2 times x plus 1 plus 1 of x minus 2. And on the right side we just have 1. So once the fractions are cleared, we don't have rational equation, and what we see here is a simple linear equation which we can solve by isolating the variable x. But first we have to combine all the like terms and then divide by 3. So when we get this far and we are about to write the solution set, we always have to check, not always, but when dealing with rational equations, we have to check for extraneous solution. How do we do that? We just take our value and we go back and we make sure that it doesn't turn any denominator to 0. And we know that only 2 values do such thing. It's 2 and -1. Since 1/3 is neither one of those 2, we conclude that 1/3 is not extraneous, and therefore 1/3 is the only solution to this equation.